Right now I am at the trap spot, the Airbnbs, you know what I'm saying, and we are cutting the grass. It's grass cutting day. I got 3 lawns to mow. This place, the place of the person who bought me the lawnmower, and my house. So we're gonna knock it out, but this is the furthest place, so I decided to come here first. You see we got that Lambo in the back right there waiting on me, you know what I mean? But first, I have a tenant, the tenant who just moved in. I got to put the AC in his unit, so you know, we'll see how that goes. So I got to do that first, so I'm gonna do that before I start this. So hopefully we can get some good footage. My camera is not working with a lot of batteries, with battery juice right now, so we're gonna try to make it work with what we got. But you know, I do need to buy some more batteries and things like that, so I'm trying to figure out how to work that into the budget, because I technically have the money. I just don't want to start an unhealthy cycle of spending on impulse, so I got to figure that out. But I do need a few things, like a bike mount and things like that, so that we can go live and things while I'm riding my bike and stuff like that. So but that's neither here nor there. Let me go ahead and take care of this so I can take care of this so I can get up out of here. We don't want to be here for 3 hours, folks, but it seems like something always happens that makes it, you know, kind of go into that. So today we don't want that to be one of these days today. So I'll get back with you guys. All right, so we're a little sweaty because it's 91 degrees outside today, but we got it done. We got the lawn done. But you know, it would not be my life if it did not come with a stipulation. So I want to show you guys this, because now I gotta buy a new AC, or locate a new AC, get a new AC. I want to show you guys this AC. So this is the AC that was in the unit already, right? You see how dirty that is? All that, like, it's just disgusting, you know? All this is just super dirty. Now, why is, and I cleaned that with mold and mildew, and this is what was left from actually how it looked before, but I gave up and decided that it was just too dirty. I don't know, maybe you guys feel like it can be salvaged or just cleaned thoroughly, but I don't know. So this was the AC that was last used by the tenants who lived here 2 tenants ago. Not the tenant that just moved out, but the tenant that was here before. Well, actually, before, not the tenant who just moved out, not the tenant before that, but the tenant before that. They really trashed the place. They really did a number on the place. And I don't know how they were cooking or what they were doing in the kitchen, but when they moved out, which by the way, they moved out without paying the rent. Their rent was $1,750. They paid $500. No, actually the rent was $1,950. They paid $500 and then moved out and left me with the tab, and left me with this dirty apartment, with the apartment all dirty and messed up. And like I said, they had like whatever they were doing in the kitchen, they had like film, a film of grease covering the entire, covering everything. I had to scrub everything with degreaser and all this stuff. So I get to the apartment, because each one of the units has a AC, and I installed all the ACs. They all stay in the same storage. So I get to, you know, and they're all in the respective units except this one. So I get to it and I'm like, wow, like, why is this so dirty like this? Why is this so like, and it's just, I don't know, but I'm like, I'll clean it before he looks at it, yada, yada, yada. And too late, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's already seeing it, and I'm like, man, but I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't remember this being dirty ever any other summers. And then as I start to clean and peel back layers, and it's dirt on top of dirt on top of, and then I finally take out the air filter of the AC, and then I feel it and it's sticky, like film, like it has cooking grease on it, baked into it. And I'm like, when that happens, I immediately get the PTSD realization that this was from the last time this was used was during that era, and that is probably no good, you know. So unfortunately, and the guy, the tenant, was like, yeah, he saw it too, and he was hoping that that wouldn't be the AC. And so I'm like, yeah, it's already compromised. I can't, you know, I don't want to put this in here. It's all got all this type of stuff on it now. I don't want to deal with this. But look, you know, as you guys know, this unit always comes with something. So this is where we're at. So I told him, give me a few days. I'm gonna have to come up with an AC solution, man, you know. So it just is what it is, man. Every single time I come to this place, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like this one unit has been historically giving me back to back to back to back to back to back to back issues, and I am so tired of it. I'm sick of it. I'm ready to be done, and at this point I'm just thugging to my parole, to my release date, you know, because I'm in a jail cell with these units right now, man. And you know, but I did do my, you know, slave duty, and I did cut the lawn. So, but I came here to do something and end up leaving with a bill. So on to the next unit. All right, so another thing that I realized before I take this very long 56-minute drive and very hot 56-minute drive over to property number 2, I'm realizing that as I was mowing the lawn, there was a lot of excess like blowback of the leaves and things that were kind of polluting the air as I was mowing the lawn. So I realized that when I get to this next location, I'm gonna put on a mask, because I'm wondering if that's what got me sick. All that blowback and you know, stuff just in the air from you know, mowing the lawns like that. So we'll see how it goes. Cause I'm like, man, whatever happens, I just cannot afford to get sick again. You know, I just cannot afford to get sick. So yeah, mask it is, guys. I'm even a little bit salty that I did that without a mask. But let's hope we don't get sick, and know we're gonna put a mask on next time, and possibly some eye protection too, because I did have a little twig shoot me in the neck, and I'm like, what the heck? Is this mowing the lawn, or am I in, you know, a war right now? But yeah, I'm about to stop and get some snacks, something to drink, and I will see you guys at the next location. All right, guys, so we are at the second property, and as you can see, I haven't been here in about a month, so shame on me for that. But as you can see, the grass is kind of tall, so I'm gonna have to lift the lawnmower up a little bit so that, you know, I can get everything, because I noticed that when I put it too low and try to mow this tall grass, the lawnmower sometimes can't handle it. So we're gonna go ahead and knock this out before we move to property number 3, you know. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it, guys. I would film it, but the battery on this is kind of iffy, so just in case, because every time I go to mow my homie lawn, which is where I'm going next, there's always something going on. Like, I always forget the memory card, or something always happens. So I'm trying to just make sure the camera lasts until I at least, you know, so I can get footage on everything. All right, let's take a look. We got it cut. We got everything cut. You know, I ain't gonna lie, like, I tried my best on this section. I tried to go as around and as close as I could, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we got it looking alright. We got it looking better than it did before, you know. It kind of looks like a continuation of that, that lawn over there. But the one another house down, that's how we looked in the first place. Probably worse, dang near worse. Alright, so I stopped at the gas station real quick, but here's the thing. So as you guys know, I'm doing $50 a week. That's all I got to spend. So because my house is near Indiana, which has cheaper gas than Chicago, it's like 2 minutes to the state line, right? So once I cross that state line, gas goes from 365 to, what is it over here, 339, 340. So I get to save 20 cent on gas. You know, dang near 30 cent. You know what I mean? And my bad. And you know, we get to get more value for the money. So because I only got $50 and I'm about to put 10 in this tank, this lower gas price will come in handy. So it would just make more financial, you know, better financial sense for me to, you know, just take the extra few seconds and stop and get this gas versus like what I usually do, which is just stall and then get it by the house, which is more expensive. All right, so after we put that 10 in there, we got a little bit above half. Now before I put that 10 in there, we was getting a little bit, see that half line right below where the tank is right now? The line, it was almost at the line before that, before I put the 10 in there. So I only gotta go 23 minutes. So let's hope this tank can get us that 23 minutes and then that other 20 minutes to the house before it gets below the half line, because I want to try to return it below the half line. So I know we pushing it, folks, but we gonna try to see, because this behemoth of a tank of a minivan does take a reasonable amount of gas. So if I had a smaller car, this 10 would probably go a long way, but a longer way. But for right now, this is what we're working with. So let's try to get this 10 to get us home. All right, so I forgot to film before I did the front, so I'm gonna just show y'all the front real quick. Now, mind you, the lawnmower just ran out of gas, right? But this is the front. I did the front, you know what I'm saying? But I still gotta do the back, you know what I'm saying? Let me show you what still gotta be done. So as you can see, it still looks messed up. You know what I'm saying? Still looks messed up back here. I gotta do this whole backyard. But the lawnmower ran out of gas. And so, you know, y'all know my budget is only $50 a week. So essentially I had to make a decision like, okay, now I don't have a gas can. So instead of buying a $14 gas can, which is like a fifth of my income, I decided to, you know, just pack the lawnmower back up, fold it back down, take it to the gas station, and put the gas directly in the lawnmower at the gas station. And so I didn't have to buy a gas can because I already bought 2 of them, and I just forgot to bring them. So I decided to do that so I could save that $14 or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, well the gas is like $3.60, $3.70. So I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to commit to paying the $3.60 to fill the tank back up. But when I got to the gas station, the tank, to fill the tank up actually cost me 89 cents. So I ain't gonna lie, 89 cents, I can afford to risk that. I can afford to risk 89 cents. That $3.50, that means that $3.70. I ain't gonna lie, it was looking pretty steep for your boy, considering I'm trying to spend $10 a day, $5, you know, only 5 days. You know what I'm saying? So that's gas that's not going in the car. But as of right now, we back on deck, and we are about to go ahead and finish the back. All right, so as you can see, we are done. We are done with our debt slave responsibilities, finally. And it only took, what, 6 hours. I started this at around, what, 11:15 or so, and I think it's about 6 o'clock right now. So a little over 6 hours, around 6 hours, but 3 lawns, 6 hours, 1 day. But we got it done. And we won't have to do this again for another 2 weeks. But in 2 weeks, we shall do it all over again, man. You know, it's all part of the cycle. It's all part of climbing out of this hole, what it takes to get out of this jam, you know. But nonetheless, I am happy that I'm done, because I am extremely dirty. I don't know if you guys can see that. I am extremely dirty. So I'm about to go home, guys, and take a well-deserved shower.